My name is Daniel Brooks, and I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, with a very simple belief about relationships. If you are kind, respectful, and genuine, then good things will come to you. For most of my life, I thought that was the ultimate cheat code to the dating game. Just be yourself, be good, and everything will work out. But as I grew older, I realized something shocking. The world of dating had changed, and the rules I thought I understood no longer applied. This is the story of how millions of men like me discovered the real cheat code, not through manipulation, trickery, or empty promises, but through self-respect, growth, and understanding what truly matters in today's world. The beginning of confusion. When I was in college, I thought dating was supposed to be straightforward. You meet someone nice, ask them out, treat them with respect, and if there's a spark, you build something. That's how my parents met, and that's what I saw in older couples who had been married for decades. But by the time I turned 24, reality hit me. In my first serious relationship, I poured my heart into it. I was available, I was attentive, and I thought that was enough. But instead of appreciation, what I got was complaints: "You're too predictable, Daniel," or "I just don't feel the excitement anymore." It confused me deeply. How could being reliable and supportive suddenly be the wrong thing? When that relationship ended, I thought maybe it was just her. But then it happened again with someone else. And again. Each time, I was told I was too nice, too boring, or that they needed space. At one point, I looked in the mirror and wondered, is kindness now a weakness? The modern dating shift. What I didn't realize back then was that society had shifted. Dating apps, social media, and endless options changed the landscape. People weren't necessarily looking for commitment right away. They were chasing excitement, validation, or the next best thing. Suddenly, relationships weren't just about two people getting to know each other. They were about appearances, online attention, and who could capture the spotlight. I wasn't prepared for that. And I wasn't the only one. Millions of men across the country, from New York City to Los Angeles, Dallas to Chicago, were experiencing the same thing. Honest guys who wanted something real kept feeling like they were stuck in a game they didn't know the rules of. And that's when we all started asking the same question: what's the cheat code? The breakthrough moment. My breakthrough came after talking to my older cousin, Marcus, who lived in Atlanta, Georgia. He had gone through his own struggles, but unlike me, he seemed calm and confident about it. One day, I vented to him about another failed relationship. He listened quietly, then leaned back and said something I'll never forget. "Daniel, the problem isn't that you're too nice. The problem is that you don't value yourself enough. You're giving everything away before someone has even earned it. That's not love, that's desperation. The cheat code isn't about tricks. It's about self-respect." At first, his words stung. But then, they started to make sense. I realized I had been so focused on proving I was worthy of love that I had forgotten to ask myself a simple question: do I even believe I'm worthy of love? The true cheat code. From that moment, things changed. I stopped chasing people who didn't value me. I stopped apologizing for wanting commitment. Instead, I worked on myself. I hit the gym consistently, not for anyone else, but because I wanted to feel strong and healthy. I pursued my career with focus, determined to build stability and purpose. And most importantly, I started enjoying life whether or not someone was standing next to me. Here's the thing: when you stop seeing dating as your entire identity and instead make it just one part of your fulfilling life, something shifts. People notice. You're no longer desperate for validation. You're confident in who you are. That's when the right people start gravitating toward you. Millions of men across the country began realizing the same truth. We weren't losing because we were too nice. We were losing because we forgot that self-respect comes first. The cheat code to the dating game wasn't a trick at all. It was living in such a way that you didn't need to chase anyone, because the right ones would naturally want to join your journey. Real-life results. I'll never forget the first time I lived out this new perspective. I was at a friend's barbecue in San Diego, California, just enjoying myself, laughing with old buddies, when I noticed a woman named Emily sitting alone near the cooler. Normally, old Daniel would have walked over nervously, trying too hard to impress her. But this time, I didn't feel the pressure. I simply walked over, introduced myself, and had a natural conversation. No performance. No trying to win her over. And here's the twist. Because I wasn't trying to prove anything, the connection was real. Emily told me later, "You seemed so confident and comfortable in your own skin, it made me curious about you." That was the difference. Lessons learned. Looking back, here's what I realized, and what millions of men are now embracing. The real cheat code isn't pretending to be someone else, it's becoming the best version of yourself. Don't give all your time, energy, and effort to someone who hasn't earned it. Confidence comes from purpose, not from chasing attention. A healthy relationship should add to your life, not become your life. Once you internalize these lessons, dating no longer feels like a game. It feels like a natural extension of who you already are. The bigger picture. This movement, this shift in mindset, has spread across the nation. Men from Seattle to Miami, from small towns in Ohio to big cities like Boston and Houston, are finally waking up to the truth. We're not victims of a broken dating culture. We're not doomed to confusion. We simply needed to realize that the rules of the game changed, and so did we. Now, millions of men aren't just playing the dating game, they're rewriting it. By focusing on growth, purpose, and self-respect, they found the ultimate cheat code. They no longer need the game to validate them. Conclusion. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I'd tell him this. Daniel, you don't have to prove your worth to anyone. Work on yourself, respect yourself, and live with purpose. The right person will see that, and you won't have to beg them to stay. That's the cheat code. Today, I look around and see a new wave of men discovering the same truth. And it gives me hope, not just for dating, but for the future of relationships in America. Because once you know the real cheat code, you stop playing games altogether. And that's when love finally finds you.